By 1985, when he co-founded Qualcomm, Dr. Irwin Jacobs had helped to shape the future of engineering as a professor at MIT and the University of California, San Diego, had laid the groundwork for the next generation of communication theory as co-author of the essential textbook in the field, and established Linkabit, a successful satellite communications business solving key problems for NASA, the U.S. military, and commercial television, among others. But in 1989, at the dawn of the cell phone era, Irwin Jacobs had a breakthrough idea.
There was a eureka moment. We had a consulting contract from Hughes Aircraft at the very beginning of Qualcomm, and they asked us to review a mobile satellite program that they had already submitted to the FCC to see if there were any problems or maybe some improvements. I suddenly realized that perhaps code division multiple access could be even more beneficial for a mobile use. I suggested to Klein Gilhausen, who is one of the key engineers that had helped start Qualcomm, to take a look at it. And about 2 days later, I asked him how things were coming, and he asked me, was I really serious about it?
Jacobs was certain that CDMA was a better mousetrap, but he was just as certain that if he did not spring that trap before the end of the year, Qualcomm would not survive.
And so we began the usual startup company day and night work on putting together a CDMA system with a couple of base stations and a mobile phone. We knew that to go from a mobile handset that took a van to drive it around to something somebody could carry required that we make several chips that could be used both in the phones and then also in the base stations. And so we came up with this idea of licensing the CDMA technology in return for an upfront payment that we could use for the R&D, and then should this ever become practical, a royalty payment on each of the phones that would be sold that would give us funding to move ahead on CDMA. And so it's the whole range of starting with the basic idea that just popped up, and then carrying it through a product that now is, of course, used by well over 1 billion people. It's the basis for all of third-generation cellular equipment.
Jacobs has earned countless awards and honors that back him up, from Entrepreneur of the Year to the Marconi Prize, from the National Medal of Technology and Innovation to the IEEE Alexander Graham Bell Award, and this year's IEEE Medal of Honor. Now, given the pace he keeps, even at age 79, you might think that Jacobs would occasionally feel a little burnt out. But he's got some advice for that, too.
That's normal. Go take 15 minutes, get over it, and let's get back to work.
Threaded through all of his work is Dr. Jacobs' giving nature.
Listening to others, their thoughts, their needs, what might you be able to do, perhaps somewhat differently, that could in fact meet those needs. And that, of course, is part of the excitement of becoming an engineer these days.